Hi everyone, it's currently September 16th of 2022 here in Penghu, Taiwan. It is 10:01 p.m., kind of a late night, but yeah, I just got home from getting sushi with my friends, which is really cool. Went on the conveyor belt. We went to Sushi Express at the mall. It's called Pier 3. Pretty cool place. Sushi was good, so that's always good. But basically, what I wanted to share with you is that I've officially hit 1 month in Taiwan, a month and 3 days now. So that's exciting. I'm learning a lot of new things, a lot of cultural differences and customs here that the US doesn't have. For example, the tone of how you speak here is very important. So one object could have, or more than one object could have the same word. So it's just the way you say your tone is how you get your point across. So my LET was talking to a student and I was like, "Were you yelling at them?" And he was like, "No, it's just my tone, like that's how I get my point across." I'm like, "Oh, if I was saying it like that in the US, it would sound like I was yelling at someone." So that's just one cultural difference that Taiwan and the US, how they're different. But yeah, getting used to these things, and I know it takes time, but picking up on certain words and ways that they communicate that I kind of understand a little bit more. Uh, I don't think I'll learn much Chinese while I'm here, but I will try my best. I don't know how good I'll be at the end of it, but just trying and practicing, keeping up with things is one goal that I have while I'm here. But what I wanted to share with you too is that I'm going to show you some pictures about what I've been doing with my week and just some activities that I've done with my kids and what my classrooms look like and all of that. If you've been keeping up with my Facebook posts, you've probably seen most of it already, but I'm going to go into a little bit more depth here. And because, yeah, a Facebook post can only say so much. But like I said from my last vlog, on Wednesdays, I have a cultural presentation that I give to all of the students. So that's grades 1 through 6, roughly about 44 kids. And so basically, I have to present a slideshow about whatever I want to talk about. I have a broad range of topics, whatever I think is important about the US or what I feel is important to me, and I'll present that to my students. But I have to kind of make it very simple and very easy to understand because you do have first grade students who are still learning the alphabet, and then you have the sixth grade students who are learning some sentences and all, like weather and all of that. But I stress here is that kids learn the alphabet from about first to third grade, and you just constantly go over that. So I think that's very important because I noticed that B and D, the lowercase b and d, is kind of difficult for some students the way they write it because they'll think B is like a D and D is like a B, so they'll switch them around. And then when you say C kind of sounds like a G sound, and a G sounds like a C sound here. So just having them practice, getting used to saying words like that goes a long way. But backtrack here. On Wednesday, I have my cultural presentation, and this was my first presentation that I did when school started. And what I talked about here was actually my hometown. So what my house looked like, what kind of animals we have, what I like to eat. I live in Lake Hotto, so what Lake Hotto looked like and all of that. Kids are really amazed. They thought it was cool that I live by water too, and that we have snow and all of that. So it was cool showing a little bit of how my hometown is different from here in Penghu, but also how it's somewhat similar too. And then I talked about what holidays we celebrate in the US next. So at that point, it was Labor Day and what we do during Labor Day. Um, Aside from that, I am also going to talk about this coming Wednesday, because fall starts on the 22nd. So we're going to talk about fall, you know, why fall is important, and the leaves changing, and like what we do in fall. So I celebrate Halloween and we do Thanksgiving and what that means, and just some fall terminology that I don't think they'll ever experience in Penghu, but yeah, so we're going to do that. And then the following week, the next Wednesday, we're going to do an activity about fall. So if you can see, I have that green poster board. I'm going to make it into a big tree, and then I'm going to have kids color some leaves and some acorns and apples, and I'm going to have them write their names on it. I'm going to put it on the tree, and we're going to have our own fall tree to celebrate, because the leaves don't really turn colors here. At least I don't think so, because it's so hot all the time. But yeah, that was my cultural presentations. This is just what our library looks like. I thought it was very important to show that kids here do spend a lot of time in the library. They have like comfy beanbag chairs, which you can see right there. They do pick up books. I went in there to see what English books they have, and I hope to donate a few books eventually. I already have a plan for what I'm going to do at the end of the year, but I'm not going to reveal my secrets until it happens. But what made me very excited is that they did have a Dr. Seuss book. I love Dr. Seuss. I grew up with Dr. Seuss books. So I am hoping that if you have any spare books or any of that and you want to ship them my way, or you think it's important for kids in Taiwan to have these English books that you shared with your childhood, and you want to share with me, or you think it's important because you taught your kids that, I would love to donate books to my school's library. If you're interested, you can always contact me, figure out a way. I don't know how much shipping costs and all of that, but just throwing it out there. This is me in my teacher role. Teacher Lexi, and flashcards are very important for me. I love flashcards. I didn't realize how much I love them until I could do like fun games with my kids. So like, okay, it's behind my back and you're gonna close your eyes on the count of three. I'm gonna hold it up and you have to yell it, or like I do them really fast to see if they can keep up with me and all that. And then we play games where like two kids have flashcards and they're standing back to back, and then you have to say on the count of three, you turn around and you have to say someone else's flashcard. Whoever says it first wins. It's just a fun way to get kids involved, because seeing it on a screen or in your book, it's not always that fun, but using these interactive tools to challenge them and also make it kind of fun. This is also something that's outside of my office that I share. This is from last year they started this, so the topic of the week, and like learning to write in English and getting used to that with different topics. So like one of the topics I picked was, what animals do you like? So I like pandas and I like cows and sharks and all of that, but kind of keep it similar to like different animals in Asia and all of that. So as you can see, most of my kids would write it down what they like, and then I would answer I like them, or I try to draw. If the bottom row where it says I like dogs, I try to draw a dog, but it didn't really turn out that well. I am more proud of my turtle over here and my cat. But in this group, you can see that kids also can ask me questions at this point. And if you haven't seen it by now, the one question that they asked me was, do you have a boyfriend? So I thought that was funny. But also, I'm going to come back to this. My principal also said that I can, since I was a biology major, I can teach biology or science on this whiteboard. So I'm going to make it an interactive whiteboard too on certain weeks about different science projects and, like um, stuff about the ocean that I think is important for them to know because they do live by one, or like germs and, DNA, making it really simple because, again, we do have first grade students all the way to sixth grade. So you have to make it interactive so that everyone can be involved. This is me and my principal, Carol. She's awesome. Love her. Always willing to give me ideas on what to do. So here we're talking about story time and different ways I could engage all of the students. She loves curriculum and she's always able to plan things out and like share them with me, give me different ideas. So yeah, she's awesome. I love her. And that's just us again. And this is one of the field trips we went to. We went to one of the little beaches down the road. I actually rode on my LET scooter, and the kids brought all their bikes, and we rode um, down to the beach. Here we were learning how to save each other in the water, which was awesome. These are just some of my kids. Like I said, they were learning about what to do, like if someone's like drowning or needs help in the water. These are some of them. They were doing some stretches to get warmed up to be in the water. I thought it was funny. But yeah, and then they were learning on how to put on life vests and all of that. This is one of my kids jumping in the water. Yeah, pretty cool. Some of the kids jumped on with their mask and they're like, "Oh wait, no, don't wear that." It was just funny, and some people jumped in with their shoes. We're like, "Oh no, now it's floating in the water." But yeah, so basically they would jump in, and we would have another kid throw like a life preserver. I think that's what they're called. The big they look like a tube, kind of throw it in the water, grab them, pull them up, and all of that. It was fun. Yeah, the pink and white thing right there. I didn't bring swim clothes that day. I didn't know we were going to the beach, so I kind of didn't get to go in the water. But now I have a spare change of clothes at school just in case that happens again, because I'm not missing out on going in the water this time. Especially they know that I like to swim. A bunch of the kids were asking me if I was going to go in the water, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't have my swimming clothes." This is me and Brenda. We were at Family Mart and we got soft serve ice cream there. The flavor of the week was like a bubble tea flavor. Really good. Apparently, it changes like every month. It's really cheap. Really good after a hot day. And back to the beach. I saw a pufferfish, which was really cool in the water. I never saw one of those before, so that was interesting to see. And then we had Moon Festival. Reese is in the back of this. Shout out to Reese. But basically, what we did here is it was like all you can eat for 2 hours. Any like seafood, vegetables, any of that, like vegetarian stuff. And you basically just grilled it on that grill, and then you would eat it. It was really good. I was a little bit nervous sometimes because I was like, I don't know if this is cooked, but we're gonna eat it anyways. I didn't get sick, so I consider that a job well done. It was fun. And then this is just some of my kids' artwork that I saw. It was so cute because they're really good at drawing and seeing it come to life. And like they were telling me, what I was like, what does this say or what does this mean and all of that. Really creative. And then this week also, we went to Shelly Beach. I'd never been to Shelly Beach before, and I've always wanted to go because it's right by the school. We took a charter bus there. It was really pretty. I learned traditional ways to fish in Penghu and different sea life. And it was just fun to interact with the kids there outside the classroom because I don't often get to do that as much as I probably should. Yeah, but this was grades 3 through 6. And basically, we were learning what we were going to do it was in Chinese, so I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, it was still fun to like listen and see what was going on. And this is the beach. So basically, what we did is the people there took a long net and like took it by boat, put it in the water, and then there were two little ropes on the side. And when it was ready, like it would lay on the bottom. We would have kids on both sides pulling it and like keep pulling it together, and then eventually it would like drag on the bottom, and you would collect whatever was in that area, whether it be like fish, shells or snails, any of that. So these are just some of my kids pulling the rope, and then this is the video. Like I said, they would pull. It was on both sides. And then these are some of the fish that we saw. I really don't know what they are, but yeah, it was cool to see. Saw a stingray. Apparently, they're very good to eat. I haven't tried it yet, but my coordinator said so. And then after we got all the fish out of the net, he was explaining about different fish. Again, it was in Chinese, so I didn't understand, but some of the teachers would look it up and like show me what it was in English. But yeah, it's that. And then we had this long fish. It looked like an eel. I was like grossed out. Some of the kids are holding it. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, they're like trying to get me to hold it. I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. But yeah, this is my group of kids, 3rd through 6th grade. I felt like I bonded with them a little bit more, and they're finally getting, used to me being there, saying hi more often, and like actively participating. I feel a little bit more accepted with them. I know it's probably, I would put myself in their shoes. Like if this random person was trying to teach me stuff and I had no idea who they were, and I really don't know the language, like I probably wouldn't, warm up to them as fast either. So take it day by day, but they're really fun to be with. I like teaching in the class. Sometimes I have to bribe them with a little candy to get them to participate, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But yeah, no, they're awesome. And this is from today, actually. We were teaching, no, this is from yesterday, actually. So Thursday, yeah. This was 3rd grade, I believe. Yes, 3rd grade. And we were learning the alphabet. So we got all the way to O. But what I did was I had like a matching game, and they had to do it in a certain amount of time. And then I challenged them, be like, can you do it in less time? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's see if you can do it. And it's like fun because you notice that they're helping each other out. Like, oh no, the tile was up here. Like, click that one, that one. And I'd be like, what's the word? Or how do you say it? And just helping everyone out. And it's a great way for students to be interacted with the alphabet because, when you're learning it for the whole time, it gets a little bit boring, but they're good sports. It's good. And hold on. I don't think you can hear it.
Like, take a video or try.
That's Brenda. But anyways, we have trash nights here. Like trash comes like every night, but it makes this annoying sound that I cannot get out of my head. It's like da 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 da, and like it's constantly ringing, and like, but that's how you know the trash truck is coming. So I think I will appreciate when trash comes at home more often because I don't have to hear that sound. But then again, it alerts me and be like, oh, trash is coming. We should probably like get going and like let's not miss it. But if you thought this video couldn't get any better, I have the scooter practice for you.
So Lacey's about to do the scooter thing in the bumper. Just to let you guys know, I'm her roommate. My name is Bertha Colmina, and she's eating her fruits and vegetables. She's safe. Everything's fine.
That's my roommate Brenda.
This is me.
This is how you take a scooter test in Taiwan. It's just funny to see myself on video and like my face as I'm so focused to like get it. So this straight line you have to do in 7 seconds or more, and you have to balance within that line. And then you have to come to a complete stop, look left, right, left, put on your turn signal, go around the bend, which that was pretty good. You have to stop before that white line or else you lose points. Look left, right, left. Turn signal again because you're going to do a 3-point turn here. So you have to make it in this white box. Back up. And then you look. And now we're going to merge lanes here. And you're going to do like a full 180 turn, which is scary. Right turns are really hard to make. I don't know why. Stop again. Left, right, left. And turn signal. And then turn again. And this is where you have the railroad track. You have to stop, wait for the train to go by. And then once you've done that and you turn right, you're basically out of the course, which is, great time. Hopefully, I take my test on Thursday, so wish me luck. Hopefully it's good. And then this is from today. Our kids were doing game, and this was at the end of the class. I played a song, Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, and I have them dance. They think it's funny, good times. But yeah, aside from that, I am still looking for any teachers who are willing to want to be pen pals with my students. I know the time difference is really hard, so whether you can make a Zoom meeting like this and just, pre-record it, and then I can show it on Wednesdays or in the beginning of class, just having students, see other students, what your classroom looks like, how it's different, and like just getting them involved with my area in the US. Doesn't have to be from Pennsylvania, any state works. It's just a way for them to see, how students are, what they look like in the US. At my school, they don't wear uniforms, but, in Tamaqua, they did. So I could talk about that. I could also talk about, different curriculum that you guys are doing. You can ask my students questions. You don't have to say your names or anything. You can do whatever you want. I'm giving you the freedom, but I am pleased from the bottom of my heart begging for one teacher to be pen pals with my students because I think it would be a great experience for them, and I really want them to get something out of this. And yeah, that is my vlog for the night. I am going to read my book and go to bed because my throat hurts a little bit. I think it's just from the AC, but I've also been using my voice often and talking a lot. So I'm going to recover, drink some tea, and then go to bed. Have a good night's sleep. I'm going to sleep in tonight or tomorrow morning. And also, I'm getting my hair done on Sunday. So that's exciting. I'm getting a perm. My hair is going to finally be curly all the time. Yeah, that'll be exciting. I will update you when I can next, but hope you all are having a great Friday morning, and thanks for listening. Okay, goodbye.